Well, happy Monday afternoon to you. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all doing today? And as usual, just as I get started, there's a text message. Two text messages. Alright. Well, if I don't answer one, don't bother sending another one. I'll get back to you. But anyway, okay, so it's Monday, and that means we're going to put a little menthol into things, just because Menthol Monday happens to rhyme really well. Yeah, I like it, so why not? So, Omega soap today, and now a phone call. I'll just let it sit there. Omega soap, got some menthol in it. It's also got a little bit of the cream left that goes with that, but today's going to be a soap, just because it is, no particular reason. And we'll use the Daylogic Brisk, which was, Rite Aid. Around here, Walgreens bought out the Rite Aid, so I don't know if they're going to start stocking that stuff or not. We'll have to see what transfers over from store to store. I really don't know yet. And for a brush, we're going to use the TOST 2018 limited edition, hand turned by J. Ara, and then the metal work was by T. White. It's a synthetic, so we don't have to worry about soaking a synthetic. That's a nice thing. So for razor today, we're going to use a good old clog proof, a Micromatic clog proof. And we're going to use a POW super blade. It's got a couple of shaves on it, so it should be just about right. There's not really much to load in these things. Stick it in, make sure it gets over the center post, and then it's behind the blade stops, and you're good to go. Now, on the subject of this, something that came up on TOST the other day, and something I hadn't thought about, so it's something I've been asking about here, there, and yonder. The original Micromatic was an open comb. However, there was no closed comb version of this razor. That would have been the Micromatic, the clog proof, Micromatic clog proof when it came out. So a lot of people refer to this as the open comb Micromatic, or the Micromatic open comb, and they abbreviate it MMOC. I use open comb OCMM and have been doing it for years. But one of the forum members pointed out that really it's just a Micromatic, because when it went from the Micromatic to the clog proof, they called it the Micromatic clog proof, and then you had the Micromatic flying wing, which most people call the bullet tip, but it was the flying wing, and then this one's got the guiding eye. So, this is the Micromatic flying wing, or guiding eye, and this is the Micromatic clog proof, and this is just a Micromatic. So, I think I've made the decision that from now on, this is just a Micromatic. I'm not going to put the OC with it anywhere in there, because if someone says I shave with a Micromatic and they don't say it's a clog proof or featherweight, or not featherweight, but a flying wing, still the FW. But anyway, if they don't say it with a clog proof or a flying wing or a guiding eye, then they should mean the original Micromatic there. So, old dogs can learn new tricks. It's just like a lot of people call the 45 coat a 45 long coat. I've done that for years. And now that I have something that shoots it, I found out that it's not really called the long coat, it's just a 45 coat. So anyway, there you go. That's where I am today. A little something that's going on over at TOST. And I asked that same question over at the Shave Den. Oh, at the Shave Den, which is another favorite hangout, they've got a thread that was started by a good buddy of mine while at one time TOST was unavailable. It was down for a while, long story. And he started a single edge and injector party thread over at the Shave Den. And it's a really good thread, it really is. I try to post over there. There's a lot of really good guys in there that post and carry on, and it's just a really good time. So if you're over around the Shave Den, you can check that out. And of course, everything on TOST is just single edge and injector. That's pretty much all we do. But here we go with our old soap, and we're starting to get down, as you can see, to the bottom of the container here. And I don't remember how long I've had this soap, but it's been more than a couple of minutes. I can tell you, I've lived here well over 4 years. I've probably had it 10 years, give or take. We'll add a little more water to it and get us a little going. Got a nice menthol smell to it. It's a good soap. It's Omega, and so it's a nice Italian soap. I like it. By golly. All right, getting us a good good brush load going there, and that's what we're working on. We'll add a little bit more water. There we go. Synthetic brushes. I like my synthetic brushes. They're not by any means going to replace my bore, but I do like my synthetic brushes. Oh, speaking of brushes, just a minute. Let's take a little halt in the progress. I finally got around to reknotting a 650 PB Ever Ready, which was a pure badger to start with, and I put a finest in it, and that's what it looks like after its first test lathers, and I gave it a good shampoo to clean it up and start defuncifying it, and I redid the lettering on the bottom and everything. So that'll be coming up in some videos here before too long, once I finish getting it defunkified. Because if you've ever broken in a new badger brush or horse brush, or any of the natural bristle brushes too, they can be a little funky to start with, a little gamey. Matter of fact, the last horse brush I reknotted was a fairly inexpensive Chinese horse knot, and this is a Chinese badger knot, and it wasn't that expensive. Got it from Virginia Shing, I think is the name of the place on eBay. A lot of people have been getting, and they last pretty good. I haven't had any problem with them so far, but with that horse brush, I knew exactly which end of the horse they got the hair from, so they took a while to get it unfunked. But finally it's doing pretty good. You've seen some videos with it. I'm sure I've talked about how funky it was to start with, because it was. Another text message. Alright, that's 3 from you. I'll get back with you, I promise. Then I couldn't hit the close button, because I don't want to shake the phone and knock it off the way I have it rested up on the mirror here. It wouldn't be bad to take a dive and get all wet. Would not be the best thing to happen. So now we got a little lather going there from the Omega. Should be some pretty good stuff. Now all of the Micromatic family, you use the angle, you run them flat. Everybody will tell you that. You run them flat on the edge there. Watch your pressure, and they just do a fantastic job. These things are built like tanks. I don't know if these were the original twist open razors. I do believe these came along before Gillette started making twist open razors, but they are definitely a great razor. And they're not just built like tanks. I like to say they're built like Russian tanks, and they're something. We'll come under here, do our normal with the grain. Notice we're just keeping the head flat, keeping the pressure light. As always, just let the razor do the work. That's what it's there for. If you've got to put a lot of pressure on a razor and force it down, you're doing something wrong or something's bad. Even a light razor, there's no need to go and put a lot of pressure on. This is a File Super blade. Like I said, it's probably on its 3rd shave, so it's in its prime. And doing great on this here stubble. Alright, got that. And this one lives in its own little case, by the way. It's got the little case there, and that's actually a cardboard, gold colored cardboard blade holder in there. But it's one that I have that actually has its own case. I'm not super big on cased razors. I don't really care a lot of times whether they're cased, but I do have a lot of cased razors once I think about it. But a set like this is really nice to take if you were going on vacation or something. You could put you a couple blades in the blade bank and close it up, and away it would go. And these are great razors to take like that, because there's nothing delicate about them at all. I mean, if you break down on the side of the road and you need a hammer, there you go. If you need to hang a picture somewhere, there you go. No, don't do that and say Fuzzy said, and then no, don't do it. Alright, so here we're going to go with our across the grain type stuff. because we don't go against the grain. Come across, and you'll notice as we come across here, it's creating flat surfaces, and that's what you want to be able to shave. It's hard to shave over curves, so you want to do things where you're shaving on a flat surface as much as you can. Skin stretching helps with that a lot, and then just watching your angles, because right here on the corner, as you go out kind of like this going across the grain, you got a nice flat area there. So yeah, look at that, works wonderful. It's also where using short strokes come in handy, because you use short strokes across the area. I'm going to go ahead and clean this lip up, even though I haven't relathered, you know, shoot me. Oh, alright, here we come across under here. This is all nice and flat anyway. Tilt your head up, make your shaving faces, and you can get plenty flat area to shave. If you need to bring that jawline up where you get a good shot on it, you can always stretch the skin up towards the top of your head, pull it up, and you'll get the skin that was under there move up to a flat surface for you. Don't really have to worry about that too much. And right there behind that ear, I still saw some. Alrighty. So after 2 passes with the Omega soap, you can feel the nice menthol still in it. I'm not sure how long menthol stays in a soap. I know the vintage Williams soaps, they actually made a vintage Williams menthol. I've never gotten one, but everybody that has got them talks about they don't have the menthol in them anymore. You can't smell it, can't feel it. So some people add menthol back to them, which I think is fine. I don't have an issue with that. What I have an issue with, and what I call molesting the Williams, is when you add stuff to change the lather of the modern stuff, and there's really no need in that. But anyway, as far as adding a little scent to go with it and stuff, I don't see any problem. So we got washed up. Not a bad shave at all. Very nice, close, comfortable, very smooth shave. And we break out our witch hazel, just whatever kind of generic witch hazel you have. And we'll get it on. That'll be for our cleanup pass. And as you put that on, of course, you can feel around and see where you're going to have to do a little cleanup. Probably most of the time your cleanup's going to be in the same place as you always do it. And I'll use a disclaimer again that I just generally make a cleanup pass. Before I get done with it, it's usually an overall another pass. I don't mind. I don't even try to hide it. We'll just get back up here and come down in front of this here ear. And we want to be sure we get that bottom lip cleaned up. Around that big old honking chin. Boy, that is nice shave right there. Now, part of our process and part of our routine, everybody that watches my videos know I like a routine. Oh, so that's no instant coffee today, by the way. That's the real stuff. Cafe du Monde. Dark roast with chicory. Part of what I'll be sure I do after every shave, because I use carbon steel blades, and if you don't clean carbon steel blades up, they will definitely rust. Although they're not as bad as some people make them out to be, but you need to clean them up. So I take them out of the razor. They've got a nice, you know, dull, thick spine on the back of them, so they're not like they're hard to take out. And then you take them and wipe them kind of sideways, and you can hold them. And but I guess you're ready. How you want to do it? That's how I do it. We'll clean the razor up, dry it off, and then right back it goes. Now, stainless steel blades, you don't need to do that, I understand. And with unmentionable razors, which, you know, double-edged stuff, I just loosen them up, rinse the heads out, whatever, let them dry. Everything's great. I don't think they really need it. So anyway, then we're going to finish everything up with a good old Daylogic Brisk. This is a very good copy of the Menon Skin Bracer. Or the Barbasol Brisk is another good one. But this is a very good copy of it. Give you that old guy smell. I like that old guy smell. I kind of strive for that. I had some, that smells old, and I'm going, yes indeed it does. So there we go. Very nice shave with the Micromatic clog proof, not to be confused with the Micromatic or the Flying Wing. This particular one's got the guiding eye, so There you go. Not to be confused, we use the clog proof today. It's a great razor. They're easy to pick up. They're great to shave with. They'll last forever. They're built like a tank. Might want to try it out if you hadn't. As always, come see us over at TOST. That's originalsafety2.com. All one word, originalsafety2.com. And we're all SE all the time. Single edge and injectors, our things. Everything else is unmentionable. Y'all know that. Y'all heard that. I've said that. Y'all have a nice day. It's Monday afternoon. I'm going to work. Wednesday, we'll be here in 2 days. That means Williams Wednesday. Join me, folks. Let's light it up. We'll see y'all next time. Happy shapes.